Kirk Frost thought his secret was buried forever, until today, a hidden apartment, tucked away in a quiet corner of Atlanta, has finally been exposed. On what investigators found inside has fans losing their minds. From clothes that aren't his to a shocking new tenant, the truth is more explosive than anything on TV. The chaos began on a humid Thursday morning in Atlanta, when a mysterious message landed in the inbox of a popular entertainment blogger who had been covering love and hip-hop drama for years. The subject line was only 3 words, short, chilling, and impossible to ignore. Kirk Frost, apartment. At first, the blogger thought it was just another fan theory or wild rumor, but the email contained a location, a security code, and a single, cryptic warning. He doesn't live there, but someone does. That message was the spark that ignited what would soon become the biggest off-camera scandal the Frost family had ever faced. Within hours, 3 local bloggers, 2 YouTube commentators, and even a freelance paparazzi were standing outside an upscale, modern building just 10 minutes from Buckhead. Quiet, discreet, and nothing like the flashy properties reality stars usually showed off. But the real shock came when the building manager confirmed, without hesitation, that the apartment belonged to none other than Kirk Frost. And from that moment on, the entire Atlanta gossip scene erupted like a volcano. People were calling, texting, tweeting, and whispering. Fans were confused. Some were furious. Many were suspicious. And a growing number were convinced that Kirk had been hiding something or someone for a very long time. Inside Frost Bistro, Rashida was still completely unaware. She was preparing for a meeting with a vendor, thinking it was going to be a normal day, until her phone started vibrating non-stop. She glanced at it once, then twice, then frowned deeply when she saw the messages flooding in. Is this Kirk's name on a lease? Girl, you need to see this apartment story. Why he paying rent somewhere else? Rashida froze. Her heart started pounding. You could almost hear the tension rise in the air as she whispered to herself. Not again. Please not again. Because the last time Atlanta found out Kirk had a secret spot, it destroyed nearly every ounce of trust between them. And now, a new location fully furnished, recently cleaned, and undeniably occupied, had suddenly appeared out of nowhere. It didn't take long before Rashida called Kirk directly. The phone rang once, twice, 3 times. He finally answered with a casual tone, completely oblivious to the storm brewing. Hey babe, what's up? Rashida's voice was sharp, low, and shaking with emotion. Kirk, do you have something you want to tell me? What? No, why? Kirk, don't play with me. Why is your name on a lease in Buckhead? Silence. A silence so heavy you could practically feel it pressing down on the conversation. A silence that made Rashida's stomach sink. Finally, Kirk exhaled, but the breath sounded guilty. To guilty look. It's not what you think. It's never what I think. Rashida snapped. I'm coming home. We're talking. Today. But even before she could leave Frost Bistro, her phone buzzed again, this time with a message that hit harder than anything else. Rashida, that apartment ain't empty. Someone lives there. Shock, confusion, rage, fear, all of it crashed into her at once. Meanwhile, across the city, bloggers and paparazzi had already made their way inside the building. Footage leaked online showed them stepping into the hallway, pacing toward the unit, whispering urgently as one of them typed in the security code. The door clicked open, and what they saw inside made every single person gasp. The apartment wasn't just lived in, it was lived in recently. Clothes lay draped over the back of a chair. A half-empty glass sat on the counter. A pair of shoes were kicked off near the sofa. And most disturbingly, there was a framed photo on the kitchen island. A framed photo of someone fans would never expect. No way. Is that who I think it is? One blogger whispered, zooming his camera in trembling hands. Brr, this is crazy. This is about to set social media on fire. Within minutes, everything was posted online, and the internet exploded with theories. Some fans were convinced it was Jasmine Washington. Others swore it had to be K. Michelle. A few even speculated that Kirk was hiding a long-lost relative. But the truth was much stranger, and much more chaotic. Back at the Frost home, Rashida paced the living room, her emotions spiraling. She kept replaying everything she'd seen online. Every rumor, every screenshot, every comment, accusing Kirk of starting the same drama all over again. How could he do this? She muttered to herself. After everything we went through, after years of rebuilding, why now? Just then, the front door opened and Kirk walked in, sweat on his forehead, his expression tense. Okay, he said, hands up. Before you start, no. I am starting, Rashida fired back. Kirk, what is this? Why do you have a whole apartment that you never told me about? Who is living there? Kirk rubbed his face, pacing back and forth. I can explain. Then explain. He hesitated again, and the hesitation was what scared Rashida the most. Kirk, please, she whispered. Is this Jasmine again? Is this some mess from the past coming back? No. It's not Jasmine. It's not what you think. Just give me a second. But every second he didn't answer made everything worse. You lied to me before. And I stayed. You embarrassed me before. And I forgave you. But Kirk, I swear, if you're hiding something again, it's not that. He finally shouted. It's not what everybody thinks. His voice echoed through the room. And for a moment, neither of them spoke. Kirk finally sat down, head lowered, breathing heavily. I've been helping someone, he said quietly. Someone who needed a place to stay privately. Rashida narrowed her eyes. Who? Kirk hesitated again. It's someone dealing with something really personal. Someone who didn't want cameras, or fans, or anybody recognizing them. Kirk who? He swallowed hard. It's my nephew. Silence rippled across the room once again. But this time it was a different kind of silence: confusion, disbelief, hesitation. Your nephew? What nephew? Kirk, you ain't told me about no nephew living in Atlanta. He moved here a few months ago. He's been going through some stuff. Legal stuff. Personal stuff. I didn't want to bring that into the house, into the business, into the show. So I rented him a place privately and paid everything myself. Rashida blinked, trying to process. Why wouldn't you tell me that? Why hide it from me? Because I knew how it would look, Kirk said quietly. I knew people would twist it. I knew the internet would drag me. I knew the family would question me. And I didn't want you dealing with that again. Rashida shook her head, exhaling sharply. You made it look worse by hiding it. And she was right, because the internet had already created 1,000 stories that were far more chaotic than the truth Kirk was trying to explain. But the story wasn't finished, not even close. Because what Kirk didn't know, what Rashida didn't know, what no one knew yet, was that Kirk's nephew wasn't the only person who'd been seen in that apartment. Not by a long shot. Security footage from the building still, unreleased to the public but already circulating in private group chats, showed someone else entering the apartment earlier that week. A woman? A familiar woman. And the moment her identity came to light, everything fans thought they knew about Kirk's secret apartment would flip upside down. But that reveal, that explosion, that shockwave, was still coming, because the real twist wasn't who Kirk said lived there. It was who actually did. And the truth was messy, very messy. The truth began unraveling late that same afternoon, when a new video leaked online, grainy at first, then sharpened by fans who did everything from boosting contrast to running it through AI filters. The clip showed a woman walking into the same secret apartment Kirk claimed was strictly for his nephew. At first, it was hard to see her face clearly. Her hair was pulled up, she wore oversized sunglasses. Her walk was quick, almost anxious. But fans online, especially the die-hard love and hip-hop investigators, were relentless. They slowed it down frame by frame. Then someone zoomed in and brightened the footage. And that's when the internet stopped. One fan tweeted first, "No, is that who I think it is?" Another followed, "Ain't no way, ain't no way." Then someone posted the enhanced screenshot and chaos hit full force. Because the woman entering Kirk Frost's secret apartment was unmistakably Carly Red. The internet detonated instantly. Carly, with Kirk, what is happening? Not them two. God, please, not this storyline. Rashida is gonna explode. Fans flooded timelines with theories, memes, edits, voice note analysis, anything they could think of. Some believed Carly was hiding something. Some joked she was just being messy, as usual. Others speculated she was involved in something much darker. Within minutes, Rashida's phone lit up with over 200 messages. She gasped as she tapped the screenshot. "Oh, I know Carly did not do this," she whispered, her voice trembling between anger and heartbreak. Her hands shook as she clicked the video and saw Carly stepping confidently into the apartment like she belonged there, like she'd been there before, like she had a reason to be there. Rashida grabbed her keys. She was done talking on the phone, done reading comments, done letting social media decide the narrative. It was time to confront someone face to face. Meanwhile, Kirk sat alone in their living room, scrolling through the avalanche of posts. His jaw dropped, his eyes widened, sweat rolled down his forehead. Man, what is this?" he muttered. "Why is Carly at the apartment? What is she doing there?" He tried calling her, straight to voicemail. "Damn it," he whispered, pacing furiously. He dialed again. Voicemail. The longer she didn't answer, the worse it looked. And Kirk knew the internet enough to realize that silence meant the story would grow legs fast. Across town, Carly Red was in the middle of a photo shoot for her new skincare line when her manager ran in shouting, "Carly, you need to see this now." Carly frowned, annoyed at being interrupted, but when the manager shoved the phone in her hands, her eyes nearly popped out of her head. What is this?" she shrieked. "You tell me," her manager yelled. "Why are you walking into a secret apartment with Kirk's name on it?" Carly's lip quivered, but not from guilt. She looked furious. That's not what it looks like," she snapped. But before she could finish, another phone began ringing. Then another. Then the makeup artist started whispering to someone across the room. Then the photographer stopped shooting entirely. Everyone stared at her. Carly felt her stomach twist. "Oh hell no," she whispered. "I'm not doing this. Not again." She grabbed her purse and rushed out. Back at the Frost house, Rashida stormed into the living room. Her eyes locked on Kirk. "You gonna explain why Carly Red is walking into your secret apartment?" Kirk froze like a statue. "What, Carly? No, this is wrong. This is not what it looks like." "Oh really?" Rashida snapped. "Because every time you say that, it's exactly what it looks like." Kirk ran a hand over his face. "Rashida, I swear to God, I have no idea why Carly was there. None. That's supposed to be my nephew's place. That's it." "Then why is she there?" Rashida demanded. Kirk shook his head, genuinely baffled. "I don't know." Unless Rashida's voice sharpened. "Unless what, Kirk?" "Unless she's messing with my nephew," Kirk said finally. "Unless they know each other." Rashida's expression changed instantly. From anger, to shock, to a mix of disbelief and confusion. "Carly Red," she whispered, "with your nephew I mean. He's grown. He's single. He's wild. She's messy. I don't know." Kirk threw his hands up. "I didn't sign them up for this." Rashida stared at him long and hard, trying to decide whether to believe the words coming out of his mouth. Then suddenly the front door swung open. Both of them turned to see Carly Red barging in, breathing heavily, eyes blazing. "Oh no," Rashida said, stepping forward. "You're not just walking in here like everything is fine." Carly pointed a finger at Kirk. You better tell her the truth right now." Kirk blinked. "I don't even know the truth." "Carly, you tell me why you were in that apartment." Carly turned to Rashida and spoke in a tone that was surprisingly calm for someone usually fueled by chaos. "Rashida, I swear on everything, this is not about you. This is not about Kirk. This is about someone else." "Oh really?" Rashida folded her arms. "Then start talking." Carly took a deep breath. "Your husband's nephew. He hired me." Rashida frowned. "Hired you for what?" Carly glanced at Kirk. "You want to tell her, or should I?" Kirk threw his arms in the air. "I have no idea what she's talking about." Carly sighed and continued. "He hired me to help him get on Love and Hip Hop." Rashida blinked. Kirk blinked. The room fell silent. "What?" Rashida asked. Carly nodded slowly. "He said if I helped him build connections, get visibility, coach him, and basically open doors for him, he'd pay me. And he has been. He told me to meet him only at that apartment. He said not to talk to you, not to talk to Kirk, not to talk to anybody else." Rashida's jaw dropped. "So you were coaching Kirk's nephew? Behind our backs, in a secret apartment?" Carly threw her hands up. "Yes, but not for anything shady. It was business. Straight business." Kirk stared at her in disbelief. "You didn't think to tell me?" Carly shouted back. "He said you were going to overreact. And girl," she pointed at Rashida, "he definitely said you were gonna overreact." Rashida shook her head and laughed bitterly. "So this whole city is dragging my marriage because your nephew is trying to be famous." "Trying to be a star," Carly corrected. "He wants to be the new breakout of the Frost family. He wants his own storyline. He wants his own spotlight. And he used my husband's name and money to do it." "Rashida," yelled Carly, hesitated. "Technically, yes." Kirk sat down, looking exhausted. "This boy gonna kill me," he muttered. Rashida threw her hands up, pacing the room. "So all this drama, all this chaos, all this mess. Wasn't you cheating? Wasn't you lying? Wasn't you two sneaking around?" Carly shook her head. "Not at all." Rashida inhaled deeply. "And instead, it was your nephew using you for a storyline." Kirk nodded slowly. "Pretty much." But then Carly said something that froze the entire room. "That's not even the craziest part." Rashida whipped around. "What now?" Carly swallowed hard. "He's not just working with me, he's filming." Silence. Deep, heavy, unbelievable silence. Rashida's eyes widened. "Filming what?" Carly hesitated. A pilot, for a spin-off. Kirk shot up. A spin-off? Of what? Carly nodded. He wants to pitch a Frost family reality show. And he's been filming confessionals, in that apartment. Every week Rashida's hand flew over her mouth. No, 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 no. He's not about to drag my name on camera again. Oh hell no. Carly continued carefully. He said producers were interested. He said he had a team. He said he had footage. He said he wanted to expose the real Frost family. Kirk grabbed his head. Oh my god. And he said, Carly added, that if VH1 didn't pick it up, Netflix might. Rashida almost fainted. Netflix. Oh, I know this boy done lost his mind. Carly held up her hands. That's why I came here. Before this blows up even bigger. Before the footage drops. Before he goes public. Kirk stared in disbelief. You're telling me this whole secret apartment, all this insanity, is because he's trying to create drama for a show? Carly nodded. He wants to be the star. And what better way than exposing a Frost family secret? Rashida sank onto the sofa, overwhelmed. Fans online, meanwhile, kept digging deeper. Someone uncovered photos of the nephew hanging out with smaller influencers. Someone else found a rumor that he'd been seen meeting with a freelance producer. And one fan posted a leaked audio clip. I'm about to shake this family tree. They gonna know my name? That clip alone sent Twitter into flames. Kirk Jr. is unhinged. Bro really filming a Frost Universe spin-off. This is better than Love and Hip Hop. Rashida about to sue everybody. Back at the house, Rashida finally stood up, fire returning to her eyes. Where is he? She demanded. Carly glanced away. Probably at the apartment. Rashida grabbed her purse. Let's go. Kirk sighed. Rashida, calm down. I'm about to go tell this boy to stop using my marriage for content. Kirk reluctantly followed. Lord help us. Carly sighed. I guess I'm coming too. The three of them headed straight for the Buckhead apartment, determined to confront the nephew he'd been protecting so fiercely. And when they arrived, they heard voices inside, cameras, lights, laughter. Kirk pushed open the door. And there he was, Kirk's nephew, standing in front of a camera crew. Mic clipped to his shirt, filming a confessional about the secret Frost apartment scandal. He froze when he saw them. Rashida stepped forward slowly. You wanna explain this? The nephew swallowed hard. Auntie Sheeta, Uncle Kirk. Listen, I can explain. Oh no, Rashida snapped. You're done explaining. We're about to shut this whole circus down. Kirk's nephew looked panicked. But I already have 6 episodes filmed. Rashida gasped. 6 and a reunion special outline. Kirk, Rashida screamed. Handle this boy. Kirk finally exploded. Turn the cameras off. Now. The crew scrambled instantly. The nephew sighed dramatically. Uncle Kirk, you just ruined my moment. Kirk pointed at him. Boy, you just ruined my marriage. Carly muttered, and my mentions. Chaos erupted. Voices overlapped. The nephew argued. Rashida shouted. Carly chimed in. Kirk tried to mediate. The crew panicked. It was a full-on Love and Hip Hop style meltdown. And all of it, every second, was caught on camera by a blogger filming across the hall. Within 20 minutes, that video hit the internet. Fans lost their minds. This is the best drama of 2026. I want this spin-off now. Rashida versus Kirk's nephew. Inject this. Carly Red didn't deserve to be in this mess. Kirk can't catch a break if he tried. By the end of the night, the Frost family was trending worldwide. And the secret apartment, it had become the most talked about address in Atlanta. But even then, one question remained. Would the nephew release the footage anyway? Because he still had hours and hours of filmed content. And he looked like someone who wasn't done stirring the pot. Still, for now, the truth had been exposed. The secret apartment, the woman in the footage, the spin-off dreams, the chaos behind closed doors. And Rashida left the apartment with one mission, to make sure none of this ever reached TV. Little did she know, the nephew had already uploaded a teaser to a private link, waiting to press public. And just like that, the truth behind Kirk Frost's secret apartment erupted into one of the wildest off-camera scandals the Frost family has ever faced. From leaked footage to unexpected visitors and a nephew chasing fame, emotions ran high and the entire family was left divided. But the real question now is simple. Will that hidden footage ever see the light of day? Or is another explosion still on the way? If you want the next update the moment it breaks, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts in the comments below.